Hi, I'm Lex, and welcome to an update on my deck of panning Project Pan. So this project was created by Emily from Emily and Max, who I will have linked down below as always. And basically she creates a spreadsheet with prompts that link to cards in a deck of cards. And you draw cards every month to decide what prompts you're going to use for the things that you're panning, that make up your panning. And I've been rolling in a new card every month regardless of whether I finish things or not, and I won't be doing that this month because I'm not sure yet whether I want to do a total refresh in the new year or just keep this project rolling. I haven't really decided that. I do have a poll in my posts tab on YouTube, so if you feel strongly either way, then feel free to vote over there. But I will sort of see how it goes, and I think if I have 5 items or less by the end of the year in this project, then I will just keep it rolling. But if I have more than that, I think I'll probably do a complete refresh. And I think it'll depend on what items are in here as well, because some of them I've been working on for so long that I kind of just want to let them go and roll new stuff in. But let's take a look at how we've done this month. It's not been terrible at all, to be honest, especially considering how much stuff I had rolled in. Up first, the bane of my existence, the Avon sample in the shade Adoring Love. I have this on today very lightly underneath some other lip products, and as you can see, it is kind of getting smaller. It's just, I'm terrible at using lip products, especially coloured lip products. They never really come to mind, and I only really use them in the morning when I'm getting ready, but I don't take them out and about with me. I don't wear them to work either, which is the main place that I go when I do my makeup, so I've used it 23 times so far, so I will keep on using it until it is finished, or until I refresh this project. Then for the prompt astrology sign, I'm a Leo. Leos are usually associated with very like red, orange, yellow kind of colour schemes. Um, so I have my W7 Prismatic palette, and I was working on this yellow shade here. This is a yellow highlight, and I basically wanted to use it 30 times or hit pan. It was really, really close. I almost did use it 30 times, but I finally managed to get a teeny tiny little pan in there, as you can see. So now I have pan and 2 highlights in here, which is really, really exciting, to be fair. And they both look the same. They both these burrowed little holes because I use them as an inner corner highlight whenever I use them on my cheeks as well, so I'm like getting twice the use. Which, actually thinking of that, I think for next year I might do separate tallies when I use something on my cheeks versus when I use it as an inner corner, because I don't always use the same highlight in both places, and I think I should count that because it is still like using the product multiple times in my eyes. So I don't know, we'll see. I used it 5 more times last month for a total of 26 uses, and then I hit pan. So 4 more uses and I would have reached that 30 use threshold. It did take a while because the yellow was like difficult for me to pair with other stuff, but I'm glad I got it done. For the prompt indie, I had this Kinda Beauty cream eyeshadow in the shade Confident Copper. And I initially was going to use this as an inner corner highlight. More recently I've been using it all over the lid because I've found that, like with this eyeshadow pencil as well, if I put a cream product on my lid and then put powder in my crease, then it won't all like crease. Um, but it doesn't seem to work so well with this, so I'm gonna probably just keep using this as an inner corner highlight. But I've gotten 5 more uses on this, so that's 12 uses total, and my goal is to use this 30 times. Speaking of my eyeshadow look today, I have the Kyoto's Paris eyeshadow stick rolled in for the prompt travel, which is just anything to do with another country or anything that reminds you of travel. So this rolled in for 15 uses because it's a little bit more of a difficult product, so I didn't want to set a high goal, and I didn't know if I was going to like it because I remembered using it and hating it. But since I've been using it in this project, and it's only had 3 out of 15 uses, but that's still something. Since I've been using it in this project, I've really, really enjoyed it actually, and I've found a way that I really like it with black shadow in the crease. So I'm going to keep using it, and I'm happy that I discovered that, so I will definitely be using this up at some point. I'm going to very tentatively roll this up and see how much there is left. Ooh. This much. That's quite a bit. I don't feel like I use very much of it every time I use it, but that's okay. That's okay. Getting progress on it is good regardless. Then for the prompt matches eye colour, I have typically sort of greyish blue eyes. So I rolled in this Revolution eyeshadow palette, the Redemption palette, Mermaids vs Unicorns, and I specifically rolled in this 4th shade here. As you can see, it's the only one with any disturbance in the pan. I wanted to use this 30 times or hit pan. I've used it 4 times this past month for a total of 5 uses, so it's not too bad, and I am finding ways that I like it, again with a darker blue in the crease. So I'm sure I'll use it for work and stuff. It makes for a very nice cool toned work look. Then I rolled in the prompt lip product, and I wanted to roll in my Kukey Lip Balm Quad. Specifically this dark pink shade because it didn't have a pan on it when I rolled it in. And my goal was to use it 30 times or hit pan. But because it's pretty old and I think it's sort of maybe close to turning, I kind of want to use this quad up. So I think I'm just going to stick with it and get those 30 uses on this pink, rather than just rolling it out now. I do want to get this used up. So I used it 4 times this past month for a total of 5 uses out of 30. It's a bit of a nothing colour, to be honest. All of these 3 are just like nothing colours. They're just like clear lip balms pretty much. This is a really nice shade, and that's why I think I've been saving it a little bit. You can see it's the last one left without any pan. But I will definitely try and get these used up because they're very small and they're alright, and I can just chuck them on top of anything. So yeah, hopefully I'll roll those into a couple projects next year. The card that I rolled in last month was discontinued, so I chose this Ursula palette from PS. I definitely don't think they do this anymore. This is ancient. And I wanted to use it no pan left behind twice, so use each shade 2 times. I've used this first shade once, this shade twice, this shade once, this shade twice, this shade twice, this shade twice, this shade twice, this shade once, this shade twice, this shade no times, and these last 2 shades have also been used once. This black is the black that I used today, and I don't really love sequin shades, so like ones that have the little glitters in them, but that one was alright actually. I think it looks quite good in the crease with like other colours anyway, so I will definitely be using that. And I'm hoping to again roll this into a few more projects next year because it's very old and it's kind of going down in quality. I noticed when I was using this silver shade and trying to hit pan on it, which I have done, that a lot of the shades, the colourful ones, were underperforming a little bit. They weren't sort of impactful and pow. The shimmers are still really nice, especially the light shimmers. They still look absolutely gorgeous, and there is a few really easy shades in here. Like that's an easy inner corner highlight. I can use that in the inner third. That can pair beautifully with some of the other blues I'm using right now. That's a good crease shade. This is just a lid setting shade for me, so I could definitely get a lot of use out of this. And the pans aren't too big or too deep, so I'm definitely looking to use that a lot more next year. That is all for this month. Like I said, I won't be rolling anything new in. Let's just see how much progress I can make on those last 6 items that I have left. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video, and thank you to Emily for creating this project. It's one of my favourite projects to do, and I will definitely be continuing it on in the new year. So, bye!